we talked a little bit in last night's postgame about whether or not we should be seeing more of Julian Phillips in the back half of this season, even if Zach LaVine doesn't get traded and is around and gets healthy again, Torrey Craig gets healthy again, and where he might fit in. In the meantime, his coach and his teammates had wonderful things to say about Julian's performance last night. We wanted to touch on some of that. Sure. Let's start with what Billy Donovan had to say after seeing Julian's performance last night, saying, I think the thing I've been most impressed with from Summer League to now has been his ability to pick things up very quickly. He has a very high IQ. He instinctively knows when to cut. He finds his way into plays. He's a very conscientious decision maker. Via Casey Johnson's postgame write-up for NBC Sports Chicago last night, high praise from Billy on his youngest, most raw prospect on this Bulls roster. And it sounds like Billy agrees with our evaluation of what we saw from Julian last night. We were talking about his decision-making, his basketball IQ, being at the right place at the right time, that kind of stuff. And we know Billy has always had a shorter leash with some of his younger players, whether it's taking Patrick Williams out of the starting lineup for the umpteenth time or giving Ayo a quick hook if he doesn't like to play Ayo mistakes on either end of the floor, and certainly not giving Dalen Terry a whole lot of running room. But that sounds like a coach who believes in the potential of this young guy he has barely needed to call up to play real minutes yet this season, Dave.
Oh, man, a few things. First of all, if you 80 likes and I will show you what's in the bag. Give me 80 likes, I will show you everything that's in this bag. You want to know what's in the bag? Everybody keep asking me what's in the bag. I will show you what's in the bag. 80 likes, I'll show you what's in the bag.
And no, I saw somebody guess it was Portillo's. No.
No, it is not.
Matt, Portillo's scent wafting out of that bag that is literally within my reach.
Yes.
I would stop talking and inhale this Portillo's.
Well, he would do that and then put it back when he realizes it's a fish sandwich.
That is not the enticing Portillo's smell I was referring to.
Exactamundo. I am Matt proof over here, son. So,
keep that.
A few things about Julian Phillips. One, about what he's saying about Julian Phillips. You know who immediately reminds me of is Ayo Dosunmu. He was saying these same kind of exact things about Ayo. What happened when Ayo got a chance to play first game of the season? He pretty much has been in the starting lineup or in the lineup ever since, or I should say in the rotation ever since game one, since he got here. So hearing him say those things just definitely reminded me of that. I rewatched that Bulls game yesterday specifically to watch him. And I was just watching how he played. And Billy is absolutely right, everything he's saying. The recognition he has on the floor, first of all, knowing how to space the floor and keep it spaced is brilliant. Every time he comes up the floor, he's on the elbow. He's always behind the three-point line, staying at the elbow. But what he does, he's at the elbow and he floats over to the baseline. So he stays right in that area. He doesn't really go top of the key or anything like that. He stays like elbow, baseline extended every single time. Because when the plays, and he only knows when to move, when the ball handler makes a cut to the basket, floats right over that baseline, hands up, prepared for the ball. Give me the ball. I'm going to shoot this thing. The other thing he does, when he sees that ball go up, boom, attacks the rim immediately. As soon as the ball goes into the air, he's going to the rim to try to disrupt, either get a rebound, a tip, whatever. He's trying to disrupt something. And that's beautiful stuff to see from a rookie, all right? This is stuff we've been trying to teach other guys on the team since they got here. They haven't gotten that yet.
Julian Phillips.
Yes. I really just enjoy the confidence he plays with. He looks like he's been doing it forever. And he makes those decisions easy for Billy Donovan because Billy Donovan isn't just looking for the talent from the young guys. He's looking for the IQ. That's what he's looking for. It's why he loves Ayo.
That's what that Billy quote sounds
exactly.
like. Exactly. Coach looking for IQ among his younger players.
Yes, that's all he's looking for. Can I trust you on the floor? He doesn't care if you throw it in the ocean. He doesn't care if you dribble. He doesn't care about those things. Can you know where to be on the floor? Can you defend? Also, Billy wants a defender as well. Can you defend out here on the floor? And we know he can do that. Do you know how to cut? Do you know how to keep it spaced? Do you know how to run this offense? Do you know where to be? He has shown that he knows all these things in one game. He just showed you he knew when he got some time to actually be out there and play. And the other thing he showed you was, of course, the three-point shot that a lot of people didn't think he had. But as I said before, like when talking to Terrence Oglesby, he told you it wasn't going to be an issue. Doesn't feel like it's an issue at all with Julian Phillips. Yes, he has played himself, I think, into some serious minutes, especially with Pat going to continue to be out and with Zach continually going to be out.
I think you hit it on the head. I mean, if there's one thing that Billy has consistently preached this year, it's quick decision making. Mm-hmm. And so what do you need to be able to make quick decisions? You need to have IQ. Yeah. And you need to be able to read and process the game quickly so that you can decide what to do. When there's a closeout coming at you, you drive left, you drive right, you pass, you shoot. Like, there are only so many different decisions you can make. But as soon as you catch and hold and think, the advantage is gone. Yep. The play is over. You've cost your team not only a good look, but you've also cost them now a bunch of time, because now you got to get it back to DeMar for him to create something out of nothing with 8-9 seconds on the shot clock. Mm-hmm. That has been the problem with Patrick. He oftentimes thinks too much. He puts the ball down when he shouldn't. He passes when he shouldn't, or whatever. And so I think that's where at times Billy can get frustrated with him and say, you're not being aggressive. What he means is he's not quickly making decisions based on the way the defense is guarding him. And so what we saw from Julian last night was a lot of good off-the-ball movement, floating from the slot to the wing and to the corner, and trying to create more space for guys that would drive, open up outlets for them, and be a shooter and a spot-up player and a cutter.
Yes.
And I think he did all that stuff really well. And like you said, I mean, it's just really impressive for him to be able to understand that stuff as a second-round draft pick, a rookie who's played 99 minutes prior to last night's game. So I was very, very pleased with what we saw from Julian. I think he's only going to continue to get better because he always knows what his role is.
Yes.
And he does those things, and he's learning them quickly. And that's what's going to give Billy faith in you, so that now you can play more. And then you start to incorporate more things into your game.
Just real quick, Matt. The one play I saw him that really impressed me was when the ball was rotating to his side of the floor. He always knew to get the hell out the way. And either he was cutting to the basket, to take his defender with him, so Io or whoever was on the baseline can have room to make a decision. Not just one decision, not just all I can do is shoot a three. No, if I want to drive, put it on the floor and get to the bucket, I can make that decision as well. So he knew how to move and how to get out the way and give those other guys opportunities, and to stay at the basket once he moved and got out the way, because if the ball goes up, I need to be a force inside to try to get this rebound. It's smart shit.
We all silly like the mayor.